In today's news, Demoy ends the Summer League with a season's best 23 points in Lakers win. Delilah PEASE and Ethan Mohammed into the finals of a regional squash tournament. We love our BVI winners announced. And 22 recommendations from PIER Park Security Audit Report announced. Well, these and more stories when 284 News return.
When you're in need of air conditioning, installation, repairs, or replacement services, Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration has the professional technicians, equipment, parts, and ACs to get the job done right. Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration carries top brands like Daikin, Aircon, Mitsubishi, and more. We're open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located in Fish Bay. Telephone 340-4114 or 343-9511. Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration, providing exceptional services to the British Virgin Islands since 2015.
So tonight, I am an international musician and also a bandman. Let's go behind the scenes. This is how I live my life. Unlimited with CCT.
Welcome viewers to the Monday, July 17th edition of 284 News. I am Kamal Haynes, bringing you the latest out of the British Virgin Islands. Leading today's news, BVI lander Demoy Hodge continues to cement his name on the international stage for his Los Angeles Lakers, delivering a joint game-high 23 points to edge the LA Clippers by 1 point to win 104-103. Playing at the Thomas and Mack Center in the NBA 2K24 Summer League on Sunday, Hodge bounced back from Friday's loss against the Golden State Warriors, where he only managed 11 points. He led the team in minutes with approximately 32 and converted 63.6% from the three-point range, netting 7 from 11. In addition to his scoring, Hodge had 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 steals, and a block. His teammate LJ Figueroa also collected 23 points with 7 rebounds and 2 assists. The Lakers battled back to make the game a 6-point deficit heading into the second quarter after the Clippers jumped out to an 11-point lead midway through the first quarter. The Clippers picked up the pace in the third quarter, outscoring the Lakers 32-26 to regain the lead with a 5-point advantage. However, the Lakers matched the intensity of the Clippers and the two teams battled until the very end, tied at 103 apiece with seconds left on the clock. Cole Swider came up clutch for the Lakers in a game-winning free throw after his trip to the foul line right at the buzzer to give the Lakers the 104-103 victory. In more sporting news, BVI landers Delilah PEASE and Ethan Mohammed are into the finals of the Junior Caribbean Squash Championships in St. Vincent. The two have become the BVI's first finalists since 2009, an achievement that will guarantee either a silver or gold medal. To reach the final, Mohammed defeated Levi Jack from the Cayman Islands 11-5, 11-6, 4-11, 9-11, 11-6. National coach Adam Murrows spoke on Ethan's performance.
Ethan Mohammed beat Levi Jack from the Cayman Islands 11-5, 11-6, 4-11, 9-11, 11-6. Ethan came out strong and played really well to forge a 2-game lead. He was playing to a good length, which was opening up attacking opportunities, which he then capitalised on. He took his foot off the gas slightly and his opponent fought back spiritedly to tie things up at 2 games apiece. This took us into a 5th and final decider. Ethan showed great belief in himself and composure to come out and reassert himself at the start of the fifth. He managed to take a lead and he never let go, managing to run away and take the game 11-6, becoming our first long-awaited finalist.
As it pertains to PEASE, she defeated Peyton Marshall Brancher of Barbados in 3 straight games, where Coach Murrells also spoke on her performance.
Delilah then went on later in the afternoon against Peyton Marshall Bronk of Barbados and produced a very mature performance. She was feeling the nerves prior to her semi-final, however, with the way she conducted herself, you would never have known. Her serves were fantastic from start to finish, and she placed the ball intelligently away from her opponent whilst moving towards a 3-0 victory, 11-3, 11-4, 11-2. This performance is made all the more impressive by the fact that Delilah is only 8 years old and can compete in this age group for another 2 years. As I've already mentioned, these two have already created history for the BVI. However, I know that they're not simply satisfied with reaching the final. They do have their sights set on claiming that gold medal for the BVI.
Here, the BVI sent a team of 9 to the tournament, and according to national coach Adam Murrells, the junior BVI team has recorded its best ever set of results, with 7 players finishing within the top 8 in the Caribbean within their respective individual competitions. Delilah played her final against Trinidad and Tobago's Gia Goran, while Eaton faced Ben Shepherd of Barbados. With that updated story will be provided in Tuesday's newscast. Well, earlier this year, the Department of Culture organized its inaugural competition, providing a platform for individuals in the territory to showcase their poetic and photography talents. The competition aimed to encourage participants to express their creativity while fostering a deeper love and appreciation for the culture of the British Virgin Islands. The adult poetry competition witnessed remarkable entries, with Toyer Foy taking the top spot as the winner with a poem titled Culture's Flashback. Lynette Rabsat secured the second position with her piece, What I Love About BVI Culture, while Alicia John claimed the third spot with her entry titled BVI Culture. In the children's category of the poetry competition, Tishani Hall emerged as the winner with her poem, The Way of Our People. Hall's piece showcased an impressive understanding of the unique traditions and customs that shape the BVI's identity, demonstrating remarkable talent at a young age. The photography competition witnessed fierce competition, but it was Michael Winter Jr. who captured the judges' attention with his captivating photography entitled Living Where You Vacation. Winter's image brilliantly encapsulated the beauty of the BVI's landscape, inviting viewers to appreciate the stunning surroundings that locals are fortunate enough to call home. The Department of Culture commends all the winners for their outstanding contributions, creativity, and dedication to celebrating the culture of the BVI. Up next, 22 recommendations from PIER Port Security Audit and 124 new British Overseas Territories citizens. With these and more stories after a word from our sponsors.
Today, I am doing coral treatments with Beyond the Reef. Today, we are doing shark research. So today, we are doing whale research with Beyond the Reef. And wherever I go, I take CCT with me because my life is unlimited.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of it then. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, Sonny.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must stop cut front of people.
It's okay. I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Welcome back, viewers. A new electronic gating system and an upgraded CCTV system will be part of the significant security measures that will be implemented at the Cyril B. Romney Tortola PIER Park following the submission of 22 recommendations from a recently conducted security audit. But this was confirmed in the Government Commission media release that said the development follows a meeting that was held on July 12th, which included the Minister of Communication and Works, Honorable Kai Reimer, along with members of his ministry and representatives from the British Virgin Islands Ports Authority and the Tortola PIER Park Limited. The statement said, and I quote, "The purpose of the meeting was to discuss the recommendations provided in the report and collaborate on effective strategies to enhance security measures." According to the Minister, Reimer, PIER Park is already in the process of installing the systems. He said the electronic gating system will enable the park to be adequately secured during closure periods, while the CCTV system will seek to further enhance surveillance capabilities. In addition, Reimer said there will be increased security personnel within the park premises to enhance security presence and deter criminal activities. The security audit follows a recent daylight robbery of the House of Luxury jewelry store at the Cyril B. Romney Tortola PIER Park. 35-year-old Shamal Mitchell and 27-year-old Jelani Marquez were jointly charged in relation to that robbery. 124 persons are now British Overseas Territory citizens of the Virgin Islands. The new citizens were divided into two groups and processed at respective ceremonies held at the Government House on Tuesday and Thursday respectively. After taking the oath of allegiance and pledge of loyalty, both groups received congratulatory remarks from the Governor, His Excellency John Rankin, Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley, and Registrar General Ms. Tashi O'Flaherty Maduru.
Today is your day, and I hope that you're all feeling a sense of fulfillment, of satisfaction and humility as you attain your British Overseas Territories citizenship status. I say humility because this is an event where you're all committing yourselves to new ties, ties which will stay with you for the rest of your life. The British Virgin Islands, this beautiful territory in which we all have the privilege to live, attracts interest from outside because of the opportunities it provides. Some people come and stay only for a short period and then leave. But others, such as yourselves, choose to remain and to contribute productively to the community you've joined.
Governor Rankin also described the occasion as an enriching process.
And in due time, the opportunity arises, as it has today, to be naturalised in your new place of abode. And so, from so many different backgrounds and nations, you've come together this afternoon to jointly take on your new citizenship. And to my mind, this is a really enriching process from which the BVI as a territory gains the intermingling of cultures, different ways of thinking, different knowledge, different skills, brings with it clear and tangible benefits to the community as a whole. But while those different experiences are important and enriching, every society also needs some shared essential values.
Premier Wheatley reflected on some of the memories that he would have developed over the years from the familiar faces within the audience.
It is with great pride that I stand here, and I want to thank His Excellency for always inviting me to be a part of these ceremonies. It's certainly a pleasure for me to be here with so many familiar faces, persons who I went to school with, persons who I serve in service organizations with, persons who I've gone to church with, persons who I've worked with, and so many other persons who I've interacted with for one reason or another. And you certainly have been entrenched in this community and have been making your contribution. And it is certainly a proud day for you, and it's a proud day for me to welcome you to the, officially, I should say, to the Virgin Islands family.
The Premier also referred to the newly naturalized citizens as champions of unity.
There will be some persons who would see the diversity of our community as something negative. Some persons who seek to divide us, whether by race, or whether by religion, whether by place of birth, or some other reason they seek to divide us. But I call on you to be champions of unity in our community. For what really binds us together are not all of those things I just mentioned. What really binds us together is love for these Virgin Islands. Our commitment to preserve our environment, our commitment to defend our values, our commitment to lend a helping hand where it is needed in our community, our commitment to build these Virgin Islands to be the best that it can be.
Meanwhile, Mrs. O'Flaherty Maduro reminded the new citizens that they will be expected to favorably represent the territory in behavior, conversation, and action, and inform them of their civic duties as British Overseas Territories citizens.
Naturalization is a process under the British Nationality Act 1981 by which persons such as yourselves become citizens of the territory of the Virgin Islands. As citizens of the Virgin Islands, it confers on you certain rights. For example, you are now eligible to apply for a BOTC passport, commonly referred to as a BVI passport. You would also be eligible to travel to the US Virgin Islands on your BOTC passport without having to obtain a US visa or a visa waiver. You may be eligible to obtain a United States visa waiver, which would allow you to travel to the US mainland without applying for a US visa. You have the right to register to become a British citizen of the United Kingdom, following which you may apply to hold a British passport. Having a British passport enables you to travel to the United Kingdom for work, leisure, study, or play without the need for permission to do so.
The full list of the British Overseas Territory citizens can be viewed on the government's website. Well, up next, DDM head urges early hurricane preparedness, and USVI mass shooting suspect surrenders to police. With these stories, when 284 News return.
So tonight, I am an international musician and also a bandman. Let's go behind the scenes. this is how I live my life. Unlimited with CCT.
Shake me awake, bring me back to reality.
Welcome back, viewers. Well, hurricane preparedness was the topic of discussion as the director of the Department of Disaster Management, Mr. Jason Penn, joined 284 Media's Jackal Wedding on set for a recent interview. With the 2023 Atlantic hurricane season proceeding without incident thus far, he urged residents of the BVI to use this time to get prepared for the peak of the season.
Now, in terms of securing your homes, there's two things that you should consider. You can consider putting shutters on your home. They can be bought or they can be custom made. That's one avenue of safeguarding your homes. For homes that, I would say, those that have insurance, now would be the time for you to actually look at your policy, see what your policy entails, understand what your policy covers, so that you'll have that peace of mind knowing that you're covered.
Yeah.
For the homeowners that do not have insurance, at least they should have some type of contingency plan and how they expect to repair or fix their homes
in the event
it was damaged. Those are two things that homeowners can do, but there's more that can be done in terms of right now where things are very quiet.
Yeah.
Walking around your homes, making sure that the drainage areas are cleared, looking at your downspouts, looking at the trees. Particular trees depends on the size. They can snap, they can damage your home when there's high wind. You can also, make various spot checks on your roof. For instance, I would give you that in my preparation, I had to check my own home and realized there was a section that needed to be replaced. So that's an indication that sometimes things may look okay
fine,
from on the ground, but when you actually go up and take a visual, you see that there might be a little bit more that needs to be done. So while now is the peace time and things are pretty slow, people should start to check their homes at least.
Penn also urged residents to ensure that they have prepared a hurricane plan for their families and stocked up their homes with the necessary supplies.
What they should be concentrating on for their family is ensuring that there's some type of emergency plan and ensuring that the family knows what that plan entails. If there's a need for a template, we have multiple different plans that can be accessed via our website, bviddm.com. They can visit our website, they can download different templates. If they cannot find a particular template, they can also call us at 284-468-4200. That's the phone number for the office, where staff can assist. But I'll just go back a little bit in terms of what that plan should entail. That plan should entail things like what type of food, the amount of water is usually recommended. That if you can safeguard maybe 3 days supply of water, and food, that's a good start. You should ensure that your particular documents, your passports, other certificates, that you have them kept in watertight containers. Don't forget your medications, very important. You should keep track of your medications, ensure that you have an adequate supply, because as we know, depending on the magnitude of the system, the storm of the hurricane, you're not sure exactly when stores would open back up. And also, you have to bear in mind that you are not the only one preparing. If you wait too late, persons who are preparing as well can go deplete that supply of medication and you can't get any. So those are just some of the key things that you should have inside of that kit.
The full interview is available on all 284 media platforms. Everton Rutherford, the suspect connected to a mass shooting incident that occurred in March has turned himself into the VI Police Department. The shooting, which took place in the early hours of March 4th near the Old Tipsy Iguana Bar and Lounge in the Peters Rest area, resulted in the injury of 6 individuals, 4 males and 2 females, who were subsequently transported to the John F. Louis Hospital as reported by the VIPD. Upon receiving reports of the shooting at around 3:01 a.m., officers arrived at the scene and initiated an immediate investigation. Community members provided information to the Criminal Investigation Bureau, revealing that the incident stemmed from an argument among several armed males, with Rutherford being identified as one of the individuals involved. After conducting further inquiries, the case was filed with the Superior Court on June 29th. Subsequently, an arrest warrant was issued for Rutherford and his bail was set at $50,000. On July 11th at approximately 3:50 p.m., Rutherford surrendered to authorities at the Wilbur H. Francis Command Police Station. The VIPD confirmed that Rutherford was advised of his Miranda rights and was arrested without incident. As Rutherford was unable to post bail, he was booked and transported to the John Bell Correctional Facility. He now awaits his advice of rights hearing, which is scheduled for Wednesday at the Superior Court. Well, that's all for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Kamal Haynes. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. Bye-bye.